flavorful people, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer Diamond, and I live a whole food, plant-exclusive, sofas-free, gluten-free lifestyle for health and well-being. And today I'm gonna make some meatless chorizo for my husband, and I thought I'd bring you along. So my husband has been looking for some meat substitutes, and this was one that we made a little bit differently in another video that I'll link above if you didn't get to see that. But for today, we're gonna try it, and we're gonna do it just the chorizo, and he's gonna try it, see if he likes it. I'm gonna taste it too. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna use some tofu. I have here wrapped in a clean towel 14 ounces of organic tofu that I have cut out of the package and am draining to the best of my ability. I don't have a tofu press, but if you have a tofu press, you could certainly use that. And I'm just gonna get this guy out of here right now. Look at that, nice. Pretty good. I think we got a lot of the liquid out. And so now what I'm gonna do is just put it in a bowl. I think I'm actually gonna go with a bigger bowl than the two of these. So let me grab a bigger bowl. I think this is a much better choice, a little bit of a bigger bowl. And so basically you can take a fork or you can take your hands, and we're just going to crumble it. Crumble it, crumble it, crumble it. We wanna have it just more of like a scrambled texture, you know, a ground meat type texture, you know, just so you have it all kind of just crumbly. And so we're gonna do the whole thing. And what's great about tofu, besides so many things, right, is that it takes on the flavor of whatever you put in it. So if you're adding dry seasonings or wet seasoning and you let it sit for just a short amount of time, once you get as much water out as you can, it will take on those flavors. And so you have so much flexibility, and it's very versatile in terms of, you know, creating all kinds of flavors. So anyhow, this is really simple, right? We just went ahead and did that. I'm gonna move this extra plate out of the way. And then basically, we're gonna mix in some dry ingredients. Let me rinse my fingers off. I'll grab one of my favorite spatulas. And so right here, you can see that I have some chili powder in this seasoning blend, and I have some smoked Spanish sweet paprika, but you can use any paprika that you have. If you want to have smoked, that's fine. If you have sweet, that's fine. And then we've got some onion powder here. We've got some cayenne. Yep, it's gonna be spicy, and some cumin. And I'm just gonna go ahead and dump all of that directly in here. It's all dry, and I'm just gonna kind of start to incorporate the dry all into the tofu. Just keep stirring this for a minute. Now we're also going to be preheating our oven to 350, and as soon as I finish incorporating this, I'm gonna go ahead behind me and start the oven. And I'm just also seeing that some of it didn't get super crumbly, so I'm just kind of chopping up maybe some bigger pieces, but whatever you think is good. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in some wet ingredients. And what I have here is some apple cider vinegar. We have some tamari, and this is gluten-free. You could use coconut aminos. You could use just any kind of soy substitute would be great. And then I also have a little bit of maple syrup. And so I'm just gonna go ahead and dump that directly in here. Let's just get every little drop out. You know me, I wanna save every drop for where it should be in the recipe. And then the last thing I'm gonna add is, it's tomato sauce. And I have the no salt added tomato sauce, just a small amount. And so you could certainly use that. If you don't have tomato sauce, you could use ketchup, but I would want you to check and see what's in your ketchup, because there are so many that have things that you wouldn't imagine are in ketchup. And so check for salts and sugars and oils and all kinds of things that you might not be able to pronounce, and even high fructose corn syrup in some brands. So if that's the case, skip that and go with the tomato sauce. And now all we're gonna do is mix this all up. So we have all the wet, and it's gonna absorb really quickly. There you go, look at that. I think that's pretty good. It's that simple. So I'm just gonna set this aside. I'm gonna grab a cookie sheet and a Silpat, because you want to line it, or if you don't have a Silpat, go ahead and use parchment paper just to make cleanup easier and things won't stick. So let me grab that, which I have already here that I have put together. Let me turn it around this way and just pour it right in. Let's see, try to show you. There we go, look at that. Just fill your cookie sheet and get all the little goodies of flavor out from the bowl and into your tofu. There we go. And now I want to spread it out a little bit. My husband just wanted a basic chorizo made out of tofu, which is what we have here. But you know, I'm very tempted to want to like add stuff to it, right? So you could add jalapeno or serrano pepper if you like that real hot and spicy kind of taste or flavor, and you could add it in here and then, you know, cook it in there, or you can top it with some fresh afterwards, and you can include some other things like cilantro, and we'll talk about that when it's done. But this is it, this is it. So there we go, I've got it all ready to go, and I'm just gonna set it behind me until the oven is ready to go. Okay, so the oven is preheated. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the oven. So 350 for 15 minutes. Now my oven runs a little cooler, so I'm gonna leave it a couple extra minutes, but I'm gonna check it. So depending on how your oven runs, you might wanna check it at the 10-minute mark. And you can also, halfway through, take it out and give it a little toss if it looks like it needs it, and then finish it up. So please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I go live or post new videos, and give this a thumbs up. I would love to have your support in helping to grow my channel. Also, is this something that you'd like me to make more of, these kinds of different tofu recipes, or anything that you'd be interested in, or any comments that you'd like to share about what we've seen so far with this? Leave a comment below and let's chat together. So I will be back when the oven beeps. Okay, let's give this a check really quick. I can smell it. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, this might be ready to go. Look at that. I think this is ready. Let's just check the center. And this did not take long at all. Let me just put that down there. Might just mix it a little and put it in for another 5 minutes. And I think that's what we'll do. And just cook it to your own particular liking. And you could tell mine was starting to get a little bit of brown or like crispiness at the edges, and so I just kind of want to give it a toss and make sure that the center gets a chance. But it's definitely hot, and if you don't like it crispy, you know, this is definitely done. So just to your own liking. But I think I'm going to do another 5 minutes. Well, there's 4 minutes and 45 seconds, so that's how long I'm going to put it in for. And so while we're waiting for that, I think I'm just going to put together a quick salad, and that should be ready, and we'll be able to plate it together. I have all kinds of greens and toppings that I already went ahead and chopped up. And then I have some greens from the garden. And I also am going to get some other lettuce that I have in the refrigerator. And so if you know me, I do like to blend several greens if I can. And so today I'm gonna go ahead and do the kale, some Swiss chard, and some romaine that I already cleaned and washed. And so let me go ahead and add this to the, well, actually I do have some romaine here. I just forgot that I did that. So let's put that in and see if we feel like we need more or not. But I've got some onions. My girlfriend, dear friend, gave me some onions from her garden. Oh my gosh, and I have really been enjoying them. So I'm gonna put some of those in here, and I've got fresh garlic, and we have a little bit of broccoli in here, the romaine, the onion, some celery. We've got fresh tomato, and we have some purple cabbage, some sugar snap peas that I've cut up, and some cucumber. Now, I also have some beets that I had cooked. And so if I mix the beets in, they're gonna stain everything red. Like you can see, look at that. You know, nothing wrong with it, but I think what I'll do is add the beets on top of the individual plates. And this way it won't stain the whole thing. So I'm just gonna set that aside for now with some cucumbers, or some celery sticks, and let me rinse this board. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take the Swiss chard, whoa, and some of this beautiful kale. I'm gonna strip it off its stem. It's already been washed and cleaned. And then I'm gonna chop it up and add it right in. Now, I've said this before, and if you are like, new to eating kale, or it just seems, just a little bit sharp in the flavor, you can massage it. And I have massaged my kale many times. And what happens is it just breaks down the fiber walls, and it just makes it a little bit easier to eat, and some people like it that way. So whatever you'd like. And I am just going to go ahead and, so you saw me strip it off. I'm gonna gather it in this kind of like a ball, and then I'm literally gonna chop it up a little bit. And then I'm gonna go across. And that's it. And then I'm gonna massage it a little bit and throw it in the bowl there. Playing with your food is just one benefit to being in charge in the kitchen. It's fun, and it works on muscle, and you can take frustration out on it, I guess, if you feel that way, or you can get therapeutic and find your zen, whatever works for you. But you can see the color starts to darken up when you break down the fibers and let some of the water out. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that whole thing in. I hear the oven beeped behind me, that's ready. And so I was just gonna take a few minutes to cut these up as well. And with the Swiss chard, I just like to take the stem out. I usually use these stems for making vegetable broth. I put them in my freezer, but you can also use them in a compost if you have. I personally don't eat the stems on the Swiss chard usually, or the kale. Although there is a kale, it's like a purple kale, and that one I eat the stems if I have it. Sometimes I buy bagged dinosaur kale, and you might come across some stems in that, a little bit here and there, but it's really not something that I do all the time. Okay, so here we go. So let's put that in here. We're gonna mix that up in a minute. Let's set that aside. And let's get this out of the oven. See how this goes. Oh, it's perfect. I think that it's really perfect. Let me put this down here so that you can see this clearly. Look at that. And there you have it. So I'm going to set this aside for a moment, and then we're going to talk about how we're going to plate that. Okay, so let's plate it. Everything is done, and I am excited to plate this. So let me grab a bowl for myself, and I have some corn on the cob here. If you haven't seen my video on my Instant Pot corn on the cob recipe, please click the link. We'll put it right here above you, and you can see how I made that. But I'm gonna also just take some slices. This is a Roma tomato. You can use any tomato. And I'm just gonna slice it a little bit, even though we have a big salad, because I think that Todd will enjoy this. And I went ahead and heated up some lentils that I had, and I just did that behind me here while we were waiting. And so I have also a pita in here. Woo! It's getting kind of hot for Todd. And let me grab another plate. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this in half for him. Now, I'm not gonna be eating this, but if you were to make something like this particular bread is an Ezekiel bread. Let me show it to you. And Todd likes this. This is not gluten-free, so I will not be having. This is whole wheat, but here it is. It's called Ezekiel, and it comes with 6 pockets in here, and let's see what it says on the back. 100% stone ground whole wheat flour, water, organic fresh carrots, organic barley flour, organic millet flour, organic lentil flour, organic soy flour, organic spelt flour, yeast, and sea salt. It seems like a lot, but it's all good stuff. For him, of course, not for me. So I'm gonna set this aside, and I'm also gonna bring out a little salsa and some lemon, and let's get Todd in here so he can taste the chorizo and create his version of a beautiful pita. And then I will be plating mine as a salad with some lentils, but I'm gonna try the chorizo with him. So here we go. Todd, come on in if you can, honey. Todd.
I'm here, I'm here, I'm here.
Oh, good.
Hello, hello.
Yes, so we just finished making the chorizo. I want
Excellent.
you to try it.
I do want to try it.
Do you want a fork with that? Let's see.
Or a small shovel would work.
Or a small shovel. Let me move it over here
Looks
so that
fantastic.
the camera can get you tasting this.
Okay.
And there's a fork for you. And go ahead and try this, and then we can hear what you think.
Wow, that's good flavor.
Okay, I'm going to taste it with you. Ready?
It's a really good flavor.
I'm so glad you like it. That is, it tastes a little sweet and yet spicy to me.
There is a sweetness to it.
A sweetness to it.
On the front, yeah.
And so for me, you know, this isn't something that I don't care for the sweetness in it. But I'm glad if that is, you know, tastes good and you like the flavor and you like the texture. And is this a keeper?
It is. I think I would adjust it to, like you said, I would pull down on whatever is making it sweet.
Well, there is just a small amount of maple syrup in here.
So maybe next time we do this, I might try it without that.
Oh, entirely. Okay.
Entirely. But I think this is really good.
Oh, good.
It does have a nice, you know, sweet and spicy thing going on.
Yeah, it does. So if you like that combination, leave it the way it is.
Yeah.
But if sweet is not your jam, then yeah, like you said, maybe don't add it in and just keep the rest, because it's a nice flavor.
It is. It's a really good flavor.
Let's plate it.
Okay.
And so tell me what you want in these.
I'm going to throw some lettuce and tomato in there.
Okay,
and then
lettuce
I'm just
and
going to
tomato.
stuff it full of
Not the salad, but the
chorizo.
lettuce. Okay,
Correct.
and let me ask you,
Yes.
do you want corn on the cob separate, or should we cut it off the cob?
Yeah, I will eat it either way.
Well, do you want to put it in the pita, or do you want it on the side of the plate?
No, I'm going to do it on the side. So you can
Okay.
just leave it on the cob, it's fine.
Okay, so do you want me to do this or you want to do this?
Well, why don't we both do one?
Okay, so this is a little stuck here, so I'm just trying not to tear a hole in it, but...
Well, if you do, then it becomes a sandwich, not a pita.
Okay, so let me grab this, and I'm gonna go ahead and fill this in here for you.
Okay.
And this is a little bit stuck on one side, so it can't get super deep without tearing it, darn it.
Okay. Look at this.
There we go.
I'm just lining my pita with lettuce. How's that?
There you go, and you can do that. That's good. Oh, that is so cute.
Isn't that
I
fun?
missed you doing that.
It's
And I
okay.
didn't do it that way,
It's
but
okay.
very clever. Do you want to put the tomatoes in ahead of time? Or do you want to fill that and then put the tomatoes?
No, you know what? Let's slide a couple of these little bad boys in there.
Okay, and I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna put some tomatoes in his, just like that. And then I'm gonna just put this leaf, oh my gosh, just right on top. Maybe I should give him a little bit more lettuce. There we go, look at
There you
this.
go.
Okay, let me see, I'm gonna just lay this, how am I gonna lay this?
I don't
Just
know.
like that.
Okay.
Okay, now hold on.
I'm
You
holding.
wanted a corn, which corn on the cob would you like?
It doesn't matter. Either one's fine.
Okay, so I'll give you the first one. And then, did you want any salsa?
No, I'm all
No?
set.
Okay, any lemon?
Nope, all good.
And I am gonna have this salad. Do you want some of this salad on the side as well? Or some fruit?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so let me plate mine and then go ahead and take a bite of that. Go ahead, honey.
I'm gonna try yours.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna try yours because yours looks.
It's falling apart
It's
a little
okay.
bit.
It's all right.
See, it wouldn't open all the way. That's why.
You know
there.
what?
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Just gonna fold it all up on itself.
Okay, here he goes.
Oh.
Wow. Did you lose a tomato?
Uh-uh.
No. Okay. You like it? Yay! Okay, well, let me plate mine and get mine going. And I am just going to put a nice salad right in this bowl with tomatoes I already have on here. And there we go. Look at that. So this is my salad. And I actually am going to cut a little of this off the cob just because we haven't shown how to do that. And so I'm just going to, just to show that you can cut this right off the cob and use it. And so many, we can go all the way around. I'm just going to do a little for now. I'm going to eat the whole thing, but then you can just kind of, you know, do this kind of a sprinkle thing. And then I'm going to do some salsa here.
That's good.
Look at this. And I am also going to add some leftover lentils for myself and some of your chorizo. Wow, this is hot. And so, let's see. I'm just gonna pour this right on here. Look at that.
That looks...
Would you like some of these too?
No, that's all good, but that looks fantastic.
Doesn't that look pretty?
It does.
And I'm gonna cut a little bit of lemon.
Of course you are.
I'm gonna, of course I am. Ooh, I'm gonna put some beets on the side here with some, that there. I'm gonna do this. Whoa.
This is interesting. Did you do that on purpose?
No.
It looks pretty cool though.
Yeah, so what he's talking about is this color right here that's on the celery. It's because I had cooked beets and I cut them up and I had them sitting next to it. And yes, you can get a fancy kind of tie-dye
Yeah.
thing. So
That's kinda fun.
here's me. I'm gonna have a little bit of that.
Okay.
And there we go. And so thank you so much. I guess let's try. I'm gonna try, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait. There we go.
What do you think?
It's a nice flavor mixed in with the salad and the salsa and everything. This is great. I do like it.
Good.
All right, well, thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you try this. Let us know what you think. I guess we're gonna go eat dinner.
That's right.
And I'm also gonna add some fruit.
Of course you are.
I think that's maybe you wanna do berries or mango.
Mango.
Okay, I'll cut up some mango. And don't forget to eat your greens. We're eating ours. Take care, everyone. Be well, be happy, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.